What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Willie the Kid, and I'm back with another one, man. This is Eastwick Boxing Talk in association with 3kingsboxing.com, and we are the motherfucking movement umbrella, man. Shout out to all my homies out there, man. Today we're gonna talk about all the news that came down from Showtime. Also, Pan is making his return too, so we're gonna touch on that. So with me today, man, I got my man from Sir. Nah, I never call him that. Aaron AC Cooper, man. What's up, bro?
Hey man, how you doing? I'm good. I'm liking the Sir shit though. You can call me Sir if you want.
Sir Cooper.
Sir Cooper.
Sir, no scoop.
It's better than the fucking crumpeteer, guys. Let's face it.
Yeah, that's true. I also got my man from 3kingsboxing.com and Four Corners Boxing. What's going on, man?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing today?
Pretty good. Just getting off work. Literally.
Yeah, same here. Literally, yeah, same here, man. And Prodigy, your boxing, what's going on, fam?
Shit, man. I still got the motherfucking tie on, still got the jewelry on, still got my shirt tucked in, belt on, snake skin on, all that shit. It's all on.
Clark Kent.
That motherfucker is styling and profiling over there in Dallas.
Woo! It's Monday through Friday, bro. You know?
Sibo, I might as well start with you, man. Jack Stevenson today about sideways, correct?
Yes, it did. It almost went sideways yesterday. The rumor is that he took a lot of heat on that from various radio outlets and stuff and various media outlets in Montreal. And it flipped around yesterday afternoon. But, the right thing to do technically was Jack. The right thing for the fans is Jack. Right thing to do for the organization, is Alvarez. But for the fans' sake, I'm glad it got saved.
I'm personally happy that this fight got made. It's the fight I wanted anyway. But,
right.
Yeah, me too.
Aaron Cooper.
Yo.
How you feel about this fight?
I like it. It's just nice to see Adonis Stevenson, well, not only fight, but fight a real live competitor. It's the right fight to make for us fans.
You got to give him credit. So, 2K?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a good fight. There's no reason to be upset over this fight. I think a lot of cats are misunderstood what was said with the idea of Adonis Stevenson and Badu Jack possibly not being made. There was problems in the negotiations, and Alida Alvarez was basically like Johan Duhapis was for motherfucking Alexander Povetkin whenever the fight with Bermain Stavern didn't go down. He was waiting in the bushes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If the negotiations didn't work, Alida Alvarez was going to come out them bushes. This is exactly what the fuck was going on all day yesterday up until today. So now we got the fight we need, or at least the 175-pound division needs. The moral lineal champion. I say moral because he's not officially the lineal champion at this point in time. The moral lineal champion will be defending his title against a live body. No longer the Sekio Bikas, the fucking Tommy Carpencies, you know what I'm saying? The Dmitry Sakotskys. No more of those guys. This is a live body. It's going to be an excellent fight.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, man. Yeah, I see some shit today, but you know what? I'm not going to even bother to address the nameless. So I just leave it at that. Also, we got Lara Hurd. We've been recorded this one. That's going to go down April 7th, man. 2K, man. You said a few things, but why don't you say a few things more about this one?
All right, of course, man. It's boxing talk, anytime, anywhere, man. This is an excellent fight, dog. And it's funny. Shout out to my man Andrew. Me and him went back and forth right after Jared Hurd made. Well, let me just say this. right after Austin Trout quit from getting tired of whooping Jarrett Hurd's ass. We talked about this particular matchup, and he was like, yo, Jarrett Hurd is going to beat the shit out of Erislandy Lara. And I was the opposite direction. I was like, no, Lara's, he's too slick, keeps a jab out there. Jarrett Hurd runs into punches. Erislandy Lara will move just like Austin Trout was moving from rounds. I think he quit in like round 10 or 9, and he moved well from round 1 to round 8. You know what I'm saying? I said Erislandy Lara is going to do the same thing, and he's not going to get tired. So it's still an excellent fight because Jarrett Hurd is a fucking dog. He's kind of like Errol Spence and how he systemically breaks cats down, but he doesn't have the IQ of Errol Spence. That's the difference. But if you allow him to get close to you, man, he will dig to your body and he will break you down. And he's a big motherfucker at 154. Dude looks like he can make 175 if he wanted to. So, yeah, man. Yeah, he is. It's an excellent fight. I can't wait to see the shit. Erislandy Lara's been the same thing with fucking Adonis Stevenson. He's been fighting Yuri Foreman's, the Jan Zavex, you know what I'm saying, the Terrell Gauchas. No more of that bullshit, man. This is a live body.
Sibo?
I totally agree, but I thought I was going to have to. Me and Prodigy was about to argue about this. I thought he said the same as Spence, but then he I caught it. I finally caught the end of it. I was like, "What the hell does he mean?" I heard the same as Spence. What the fuck? Had me sideways for a minute. I was about to go into my boom hour bullshit. Oh, I'm not going. I agree. I totally agree with pretty much everything you said right there. Hurd I don't see Lara. I know Lara's got the gas tank to go to 12. I don't see him folding to Hurd like Harrison did. Wasn't it Harrison he fought before Trout?
Right.
And or Trout did. Maintaining the lead and actually riding it out. I mean, we'll go into it later at a later time. You know what I mean? Like you said, we reported this, wow, man, quite a while ago.
Yeah.
And what we learned today was the date.
Yeah. It's good to finally see Lara, too, take on a nice young up-and-coming contender, too. So it's an interesting fight from my point of view. As we get closer, we'll probably talk about it a little more. AC Cooper, man, you got anything to add to that, or?
No, not really. I mean, 2K broke it down pretty well. I think the thing for me is there's still, for me personally, there's still some questions around Jarrett Hurd and how far he can go. Obviously, Erislandy Lara is he's not Austin Trout. I really thought that Austin Trout was gonna answer the questions that I had of Jarrett Hurd, and that didn't happen. So for me, there's still some stuff. I think for me, the big question is can as 2K said, he goes to the body really well. Can he cut off that ring against someone like Lara that's got really good movement? But fuck it, I love it. It's a good fight. I want to see this fight.
All right. Well, Wilder Ortiz, who that has been officially announced and reported by us before we even got that, but that got announced today. Maris versus Santa Cruz got announced today.
Right.
So these are all fights that we knew about. But real quick on the Wilder fight, if Wilder was to go on and beat Luis Ortiz, would this get some people off his back as far as like having a legit opponent? Aaron?
Absolutely. I mean, through no fault of his own, has Wilder had some bad luck. I mean, some really, really fucking bad luck, as we've talked about on this show previously, with his opponents, and unfortunately, they're delving into the world of peds. But I've seen a lot of people almost like this is a foregone conclusion that while that Ortiz is too old and he's this and he's that. But fuck no, if you think that, then you're sleeping on him, and that's stupid because there's levels to this shit, right? And is Ortiz going to get up for a fight against David Allen? No, he's not. Is he going to get up for a fight against Malik Scott? No, he's not. Is he going to be up for a fight against fucking WBC champion Deontay Wilder? You bet your ass he is. He barely got out. There's a lot of people out there that are they'd have given him some slack. But that guy never got out of first gear. So seriously, guys, do not sleep on this fight, because for me, as much as in the heavyweight picture, Tyson Fury holds one of the ace cards, that Luis Ortiz has got another one in his hand. He could really fucking rock the apple cart with this shit.
See?
No, it's not going to get a damn soul off his back. I'm going to tell you why. We're already hearing he's too old. We're already hearing, well, he ain't fighting no PEDs no more. It ain't the same guy. Listen, let me tell you something. Am I missing it, guys? Tell me if I am.
No.
We've already heard the excuses, so we know what's coming.
I agree.
I mean, we know what's coming. Yep. Should it? Yes, it should. Is it? No, it's not. That's all I can really tell you about it right now. And hey, don't sleep on him, because he may win this fight.
I laugh because C pretty much knows. Y'all pretty much know I have Luis Ortiz winning that fight. You know what I'm saying? It man, dog, from a technical standpoint, man, Deontay Wilder's outmatched. The only thing, I mean, this is the thing. You've got, and this is the heavyweight division. Anybody can get slept, right? But still, as a analyst in the sport of boxing, man, you got to look at what each fighter brings to the table. And Deontay Wilder told you himself that he does rely on his power. He is going to be bringing power to the table, while Luis Ortiz is going to be bringing everything else. So I got to go with the guy that's more dynamic. Even if he gets caught, that's fine. He can get caught, knocked out in the first round. But still on paper, regardless of the fact of the results that happen in the ring, on paper, you still have to look at it and say, yeah, that motherfucker brings a lot more into the ring than Deontay Wilder does.
Totally agree.
So check this out, right? On April 7th, right? We already talked about Lara versus Hurd. That's going to be April 7th. April 21st. This one's going to be in Brooklyn. The Lara one is still no venue determined yet. This is going to be in Brooklyn. You got Adrian Broner versus Omar Figueroa. Gervonta Davis is going to be in that card as well. Mm-hmm. This Adrian Broner fight is going to be at 140. I don't even think Figueroa can make that weight. Wouldn't it be funny if he misses weight and he does to Broner what Broner does to other people? Like 2K, like, does that weight difference change your mind about this fight?
Yeah, and it's funny you say, what if he misses weight, because he missed weight against Antonio DeMarco. So I think trying to get down to 140 is going to be something that he just can't do it, man. He just doesn't have the discipline, and I believe he's beyond 140. I've told cats before that he's fought as high as 154, man, within the 154 limit. He's above 140, and I feel that this fight may get negotiated up to a catch weight eventually. If it doesn't, damn, man, I feel bad for Figueroa. This is going to be excellent for Adrian Broner, because that guy's going to be drained, plain and simple.
Oh, I believe I wholeheartedly agree with that.
So I've got a question.
Go ahead.
So I got a question on this, guys. Is this fight being made to make Adrian Broner look good, given everything that's happened? It's well documented stuff. Is this fight made to make him look good?
I don't think so.
What now? No, Figueroa's a live dog.
Yeah, I don't think
he's
so.
A live dog.
He is, but in terms of what you've just said about the weight and everything else, and there's potential that Figueroa will come in drained. I don't know. I've got some questions about it.
This is simple A side versus B side type of request.
Right.
No, maybe I'm reading a bit too much into it.
Yeah,
I think they're taking advantage of, what Willie said, the opportunity that Adrian Broner is the A side by far in this particular matchup. So they're going to use whatever they can to bode the fight into their favor. Right. But to make him look good, hell no. Nah, this is a terrible style matchup for Adrian Broner. He's lost to the style 3 times.
Yeah, this is a very good point. This is a very good point, yeah.
So I want to say on this real quick. See, before I touch on you, Gervonta Davis is coming back that same night. So do we know an opponent? Have we reported that yet? Because we report so much shit, I forget.
He's mandated to fight Billy Dibb, but There's a first bid supposed to go out by the end of this week, I believe. And I wouldn't be surprised if they pull out of that because I can't see them allowing Dib to have 60% of the purse.
Oh, man. That was the dumbest fight. They better not make that fight. He is the front runner right now. And I hope, like what C said, I hope they do not make that fight. I could see it happening, though, because it's an easy way for Tank to regain that IBF title. Very easy way. And I would see if he were to pull out of that fight, you got Tevin Farmer right there. You know what I'm saying? So they could have fought Tevin Farmer before this. So it would be a weird scenario in which they went all the way into a circle and ended up back where they started, which was after Gervonta Davis beat Jose Pedraza, right? Where they could have been facing Tevin Farmer back then. It just doesn't make sense to me. So if I'm him, I'd take the Billy Dib fight. Fuck it.
Yeah, you would heavily favor Davis in this fight, wouldn't you? Because
yeah.
I mean, it's not even funny.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to get into it too much. So
he's gonna beat Dib like he beat my mate Liam, right? Over in a few.
In the Lara Hurd card, I meant to ask you guys who will you guys favor in that fight? Just a quick Hurd or Lara. Steve?
Lara.
2K?
Lara, easy.
Aaron?
Clean sweep, Lara for me too.
Oh, yeah. I understand that. May 19th on the schedule will be Keith Thurman. From all accounts, sounds like Vargas. A good fight back, actually. So, where does Keith go from here? He fights Porter and avoids Spence for this year. Correct?
Yeah.
And the year after. Waits for Spence to move up to 154.
They'll meet in 2025. I like heavyweight somehow.
2025.
Now that fight will happen in 2019. Just from a scheduling type. If you look at everything, it's going to be 2019. Correct, C?
Yeah, it'll happen in 2019. It's almost going to have to happen.
Yeah.
They're going to be. It's going to be. This is what it's going to come down to. It's going to be match one of them against Crawford on ESPN, or get the headlines on Showtime. Which one you want to do? So they're going to match each other first.
That's true. So 2K, and that if it is Vargas, wouldn't you say that's a formidable first opponent coming off an injury?
Oh yeah, 100%, man. You know, I'm not a big fan of Jesse Vargas and his style. I think he's one-dimensional. But yeah, man, he's still I don't want to say a top fighter at 147, but he's right underneath that top class. You know what I'm saying? And to be out for so long while nursing an injury, you know, getting married and shit, and coming right back into a fighter of this caliber, it's an excellent matchup for him.
Don't forget spot boxing in the middle of the street. Oh, wait.
I don't have no problem. I have no problem with it.
I like this fight. Yeah, I have no problem with it.
I mean, Vargas don't pose a lot of threat, but his only losses are to Timothy Bradley and Manny Pacquiao. So.
We will definitely. I'm guessing heavily favor Thurman in this fight. Right, Aaron?
Absolutely.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think Thurman does exactly what Tim Bradley did for 11 straight rounds, but in this case, he won't get rocked in the 12th. That's what I think.
2K, you know what I just realized? With all the scheduling dropping today, you're gonna be a busy man on that website, man.
Yeah, I know, bro. Yeah, it's about to go down, man. It's about to go down in the next couple of hours.
So
I'm glad my part's done.
Stevenson Jack is going to be the 19th, so they'll be following Thurman in April. The 19th. How are they going to do that? That's going to be on 2 dates.
Yeah.
So Thurman's actually fighting in Brooklyn. The Stevenson Jack fight will be in Canada.
Yep.
So this is interesting because I'm wondering who's going to carry the fights. They're just going to probably do from different locations, different venues. Because wow,
Showtime's supposed to carry both of them. They're going to one's going to be a main event, the other one's going to be a co-feature.
Yeah, but both are in different venues. So
Yes, Stevenson's not allowed to leave Canada right now.
Okay, so that's a very interesting. Why?
Well, you know why.
Oh yeah.
Iceberg.
We can tell the world. Yeah, you can tell the world if you want to, but I mean, most people should know why.
Exactly. I'll leave it at that. I was trying to get somebody to slip up or something. But so that's gonna be interesting. Obviously the Stevenson versus Jack fight will probably be the more ludicrous fight that night. But damn, Showtime's doing pretty well for themselves, man. And then you got June 9th, right? You got Santa Cruz versus Maris. And Jermell Charlo is gonna be on that card. So, and 2K, you're getting a fight in your backyard, man. June 16th, man. Errol Spence.
Yeah, versus Campos.
That's who they mandated.
Yeah, that's probably who he's gonna fight because, like I said, Daryl Peoples don't play that ducking your mandatory bullshit. So
yeah,
not like the previous. Yeah.
Right.
Ain't nobody from the IBF ducking a mandatory very long. I can tell you that.
You can't. No, look at Kell Brook. Kell Brook fought like 4 of them. He didn't take it. He volunteered. Mandatory.
He did that shit by choice, though.
Yeah.
Like I hold on to it for a little while. Out of all these fights, man, which one intrigues you guys the most, man? 2K.
Damn.
Shit, hit you with one. Okay, give me 2 or 3.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
I'm gonna say Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz. That's my number one. The second one would probably be I'd have to say, well, shit. The matchups to me really aren't that great. No. They're just decent fights in my opinion.
Yes.
The great one is Wilder Ortiz. So the second one would be Stevenson Jack. I'm not really a big Jack fan, and you already know how I feel about Stevenson. So, I mean, but it's intriguing because I'm curious to see how Badu Jack fights Adonis Stevenson, right? Remember, the last time a guy was able to land a big, short, compact punch on him, knocked him out, and that was Derek Edwards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's moving up in weight, and he's fighting a guy that literally his motherfucking left hand is like a hammer. So
that shit like a fucking sledgehammer at that.
Yeah, bro. So I'm curious to see how he reacts to that shit when he gets hit by it, dog. So yeah, those 2 fights.
Chris?
I'm gonna go with Wilder Ortiz is my number one because I believe that's a fight that truly either guy can win. Yeah. Wilder can sweep anybody, period.
Yes.
Ortiz is just he's levels and levels above Wilder as far as pure skill goes. So second, I'm going to say Figueroa Broner because this fight, what comes about eventually in the weight, could be. I think Broner may very well take his 4th loss here.
That's a good point.
Aaron?
Right, well, I'll complete the clean sweep of Wilder Ortiz because, as you know, as the guys have already said, I've already said, this could completely change the heavyweight landscape. I mean, you look at the AJ Parker fight, and that's massively, in my opinion, slanted in AJ's favor. But this is really, as 2K and as Chris have already pointed out, that's a fucking 50-50 fight. That's a real pick 'em, and I'm still on the fence on it. The second one for me, I'm just going to be different. Fuck it, I'm going to go with the Santa Cruz Mares rematch.
Oh, he likes them barn burners.
I like the barn stoppers. That's my kind of fight.
I don't know. I think for that fight, Myers is going to have to really try to box.
I don't really see the outcome being any different. I think that Santa Cruz is going to win again, but it's just I really enjoyed the first fight, and I can't wait to.
Well, since you touched up on that fight, 2K, give me your quick thoughts on that.
On Mares Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
Santa Cruz won the first fight by majority decision, but I thought he won by unanimous, in my opinion.
I thought he won clearly.
Yeah, I thought he won that fight without any issues. So I think it should be the same way here. The only difference is, though, I will say this: Mares, he has looked good in recent fights. I can't remember. I always forget the guy's name. He was the champion at 126. Now he's gone. Mares beat the shit out of him. It was supposed to be a close fight.
I know you're talking about.
God damn, Jesus
Yeah.
Cuellar.
Oh, yeah.
That fight right there, that Mares that I saw reminded me of the Mares that fucked up my dude that I liked back in 2012. And y'all know who I'm talking about.
Oh, God, not him.
I'm not saying his name right now. Fuck that. The guy that I said that was the Mayweather of the little guys. I'm not saying his name. Nope.
I don't know.
Fuck it. And Selma Moreno, right? He reminds me of him. So, he reminds me of that Abner Mares anyway that beat his ass. So if that Mares comes into the fight against Santa Cruz, then yeah, it could be a good fight. But I still think Santa Cruz beats him no matter what.
I can't disagree with you on that. See,
I totally agree. And if we get the Santa Cruz that fought Frampton the second time, I don't know if he's beatable at 126.
that was a good Santa Cruz, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so, if we get that Santa Cruz, I'm not sure he's beatable at 126 with that advantage.
So, Willie, what about you? We've given our opinion. What's your two?
What's my two? My two is I'm the host, so I ask the questions.
I'm interested in your opinion.
In the mix of all of this, we get some stuff like Danny Garcia versus Brandon Rios. Nothing to see there. David Benavidez versus Ronald Gabriel for the rematch. I'm actually interested in that fight. That's going to happen on the same card, the 17th. Benavidez looked vulnerable last fight, man. I actually what do you guys think the kid has to do this time around?
Maintain his distance better.
Absolutely.
wait. Didn't we just talk about stuff like this with about somebody else? No names. Yeah, he's definitely going to.
I think that's why 2K's laughing.
Yeah.
It is why he's laughing. Hopefully he could use that reach, man. Use it to your advantage, fella. Hopefully that happens. You also got Jamal Charlo is going to be a co-feature against Centeno Jr., man. How you guys feel about that fight, man? I think it should be easy work, but
yeah, that's not even worth.
Yeah. And another one, man. It's actually confirmed now, but we reported that as well. March 10th for Lipinets versus Garcia.
Limp nuts. Yeah, I got Garcia dominating that fight. Limp nuts almost lost to the Japanese cat, man. He probably should have, I had him winning. A lot of cats had him losing.
But Thurman is going to be on that fight, man.
He needs a rematch, Relic.
Yeah, it is versus Relic. So that's actually
I thought he lost that last fight.
2K?
Rensis Bartholomew Kiro Relic or whatever. Yeah. That's a tough one. Yeah, I think I gave Relic the decision by a point or two. I can't remember. Rensis Bartholomew cannot fight that way no longer, bro. It's just like the same shit I said about Robert Easter Jr. He must change the way that he's fucking fighting. There's no way he can continue to fight that way and still try to beat these guys. There's no fucking way, man. So if he goes in there with Relic, and this next matchup, he'll fucking lose the decision definitively this time.
So, but off the Showtime schedule, which is a fucking packed schedule, man. What a budget.
Yeah.
You got
yeah, it's huge.
You got in the mix. You got Horn versus Crawford. My number one pound for pound fighter in the world, coming back at welterweight. I personally believe he's going to make a successful return back, get the W, and get that strap. Fellas, I don't see y'all disagreeing with me, but Aaron, you never know with your ass. So,
what are you trying to say? I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know.
No, man. For me, it's a fucking foregone conclusion that Bud's going to win that fight. I don't really have an awful lot to say on it. I mean, once I think it'll go 2-3 rounds, and Crawford will work out Horn, and Horn's just going to come bulldozing in, and I can't see anything but a Crawford win.
Chris,
I can't believe we're even talking about this.
I have to talk about it on the schedule.
I understand that, but I can't believe we're making predictions. If somebody was to pick Horn, it's going to be the 1 out of 6,008 that do.
Nah, it's somebody in Australia.
Yeah.
That's what I'm figuring.
Yeah, it has to be.
They ain't going to be but like 1 out of every 35 pick him out.
My point is,
and they're all going to have the last name Horn.
You think?
I don't think he stands a chance.
Yeah, you think Crawford will carry the weight well, though? That's my point. Like, will he move up?
Absolutely,
well? I mean,
he walks around at 165 anyway.
Exactly. So Horn's a big guy, but Crawford, I don't think he's as small as people think. 2K. So
no, he's not.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, he had a picture of that scale where he weighed in at 182. So that told us everything we need to know about that shit right there.
I personally think the biggest outcome of this fight is going to be the fact that Australia's national debt is going to go up probably by like £10 million from people wasting their money betting on Jeff Horn.
Well, that's I don't bet, but if I was to bet, I'll bet on that fight for sure. I'll win like 2 cents for betting $100. Because there's no way in hell. You know what I'm saying? So, but Kosei Tanaka is coming back, man. He's going to 112. Coming back off from that surgery over the bone, a fracture over the bone. Aaron, what you got to say? You know anything much about him, or we got to school you?
No, you got to school me.
Go ahead, see. Let him know.
Kosei Tanaka, man, is the youngest heavyweight. He was the youngest world champion in the world, and he was a 2-division world champion.
Yes, sir.
Minimum weight.
This guy has a legitimate claim at being a pound for pound entrant. I mean, he really does. He's a hell of a fighter, man. And he won that last fight dominantly, and still suffered broken orbital bones in both places. That tells me his face's a little weak.
Yeah,
and that it kind of worries me. But as far as skill for skill, I don't see nobody at 112 beating him unless Gonzalez comes back down. I'm not sure he can beat him.
2K?
Yeah, this guy's Noye part 2. You know what I'm saying? Like he's fucking cats up. The only difference is that he doesn't quite have the early resume that Noye has.
Right.
But this motherfucker is still a beast. These Japanese guys are fucking ridiculous, man. See, this is why I try to tell cats, man.
They're coming up, man. Hey, yo, like world titles in like 3 or 4 fights, man.
Yeah, man, you got Inoue, you got fucking this Tanaka, you got Taguchi, you got Dago
Kenshiro.
Yep. Dago Higa is probably one of my favorite 14-0, 14 knockouts right now, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and he's getting ready to fight soon, actually, next couple of months. So
yeah,
that motherfucker. I mean, these Japanese motherfuckers are not playing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell people. They need to watch these smaller weights. They're missing some very good fighters, man.
So I'm gonna ask you a question. Now I'm gonna turn this into a little guy's discussion. If you had to choose the guy, like to tell the fans, like, yo, this is the guy at 112 or below that you should watch. Give him like, I don't know, a name or two.
Dago Higa for me.
That's right.
It's Higa or Tanaka for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you also got to mention the minimum weight CP freshman knockout. That is, because you got to say which one, because like that's like 30 of them.
Yeah, you got to throw
fresh mark.
Yeah, I think from what I heard, what they do in Thailand is the knockout portion is the name of the gym. That's what I was told, and they put the name of the gym in front of their name, and then the rest of it is like their real name and shit. But knockout CP Freshmart is a beast. That's the best 105-pounder out right now. But the problem is 105 is a bad division.
Yes,
probably the worst in boxing right now, in my opinion. But he's still a couple levels above the rest. Even the guy sitting in that division that's 49-0 and Wang Hin Miniyotin, he's still better than him, only being 16-0, I believe he is. Freshmart.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, that guy is really good.
We'll never get that fight, fans. No, you're not gonna. They're both promoted by the same guy, and right now he's making money off both guys. He's not gonna ruin that.
Yep.
Yeah, he got fights on February 4th against Stevenson.
Right. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yep.
Yeah, that's if you're up early like I am, get a link to that fight, and you should watch it. Cause oh boy, that man got.
You gotta get up like at fucking 6 in the morning, bro. Probably earlier than that.
That's how I done it before. I done stayed up, so it ain't no thing. Shit, it's a lot of intriguing matchups, man. What you guys say to 2018 has started with 2017 left off, as far as where all the matchups we're getting. Like it seems like boxing is doing well right now, man.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's not dead. Nowhere near dead. It's not even fucking unconscious. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, man. Very, very good year.
Aaron, what intrigues you about the fights this weekend coming up? Tell the fans about them.
Oh, for me, the big fight for me is do you know what? I've been sitting on I've been thinking the whole Usyk and Briedis fight, and I've been originally when this fight first came out and when the tournament first came out, I was like, no, fuck this, Usyk's going to do this, and all the way through. But I've been talking and I've been sitting and I've been thinking to myself, and now I'm on the fence as to whether I can't pick a winner right now. But that for me is the fight. I mean, in a sense, Usyk's the better boxer, uses his angles better, he's quicker, but that edge in power for Briedis, and the fact that it's in front of his home his home fans, it's an intriguing fight. It's definitely one that I'm not going to miss.
Absolutely.
Chris?
The fight that actually interests me the most, I mean, Usyk and Briedis is a hell of a fight, man.
Yeah.
All four cruiserweight left are great fighters, and both semifinal matchups are as close to 50-50 as you could probably get. Now, I would do favor Usyk, and I favor Dorticos. But the fight, it's the fucking Matisse fight, man, against this Thailand guy, because we don't know what the fuck we're getting from the Thailand guy. Is he the next run?
You're right.
I'm being honest. Is he the next run beside?
Yeah.
Is he the next run beside? You know what I mean? We don't know.
Hey, man,
and if he is, Matisse's in fucking trouble. Huh?
He might have ate a few rats and shit. He might come determined.
Exactly. He might be eating rats at the same restaurant that Kieran's eating. I mean, that run beside eat him at. So, and if he is, we could have a mess on our hands. Matisse might be done.
Hey, man, it's funny that you say Rumbasai, because Rumbasai grew on 2K to the point that he actually, we all bothered to learn his name. That's how much he grew on it.
You know what's funny? I was the first motherfucker to advocate that Rung Fasad should be in the top 10 pound for pound while everybody was laughing at me. Look where he is now.
Hey, you got a legit. I mean, it was I remember you saying, and I was like, hey, I can't argue against it. He's not in mine, but I can't argue against it. You know what I mean? Because and now after knocking out Chocolatito the second time,
you have to
he's in my top 10.
You have no
he's
choice.
in my top 10 now for sure.
It was that dominant of a win.
You know what was even funnier, guys? Eastwick picked him, Roman Gonzalez and Rungvisai. You guys picked Gonzalez. Who was the only motherfucker to pick Rungvisai? Oh yeah, it was me.
The second time, nobody picked him the first time.
Yeah.
Nice try.
Just saying.
Who won pick him?
It's my one little victory, right? I went AWOL. I would have won that shit if I hadn't gone AWOL. We all know it, right?
Oh my God! Stop it.
I better make y'all picks this weekend. So in that cruiserweight tournament, man. Damn, who's your favorite 2K?
Dorticos, man. That's in his. I say it with confidence, but
I'll say it in Spanish. Torticos.
Yeah, right. The fight with Usyk is going to be very difficult for him. I think he's going to blow past Murat Gassiev. Gassiev is a bit robotic. He's upright. He is the quintessential Eastern European fighter. So I think he's just a little bit more athletic than the rest of the Eastern European fighters, and that's what it has. That's why he's gotten as far as he has. But he had a little trouble against the Russian fighter. He's Denis Lebedev. He had a little trouble against Denis Lebedev, which that fight right there, I noticed his flaws and the way I'll say his name the way you want me to say it. The way Dorticos fights, he has the ability to exploit those flaws. My guy right there. I can't wait to see him and Usyk. But this is the thing. Usyk and Briedis is a toss-up for me. Don't ask me who the fuck I'm picking. I don't know yet.
And everybody, Chris actually picked Usyk. I don't know who the fuck to pick in that fight. Whoever wins. I in the tournament overall, Aaron, you favor somebody?
Well, as I said earlier on in the show, I mean, all the way through, the second this got announced, I said Usyk straight off the bat. But as I say, coming in, and I've watched a lot more. I mean, I completely agree with what 2K's just said, in the sense that Garcia, he stands far too, and he plods. He just plods forward. He doesn't use angles. If he's going to get slept against Ortiz if he fights the same way he does against Lebanon. So that for me rules Garcia straight out. If you're going to ask me, put me on the spot, I'll say Usyk's still going to win.
Yeah, well, I'm taking I don't know, man. This weekend, I'm 50-50 on that. I'll think about that. I'll get back to I'll probably say it on Bo's channel or something, my prediction, or on yours, Aaron. But it's an excellent tournament, in my opinion. It's been pretty good, and now it's even heated up. The 168 one, it's not bad either. So it seems to have been a good idea. Would have been better if they actually would have gotten like a U.S. network to carry it, but it is what it is. We know the politics and all that other BS. So
there's some reports coming out that there's a U.S. network gonna pick up the final.
Okay, good.
Possibly ESPN.
That's an excellent move by them if they do. I mean, shit. I mean, people should see all these fights, man, and it should be accessible to everybody around the world.
Yeah, real quick, if there's any UK fans listening to this right now, the fight is free on ITV box office this weekend.
Yeah, and if there's any US fans, the fight is free on Mobdro, or your local Fire Stick and shit. So it is what it is. Man, it's been a hell of a show, man. Hey, Sibo, man. Any final thoughts on anything that played out today? What you think is going to happen forward? Hey, what's going on with Parker Joshua is going to be in the mix. So, damn, we're going to be busy, guys. We got a lot of shit. Yeah, it's going to be a busy year, man. If you really look at it, man, it's a lot of fights this year.
We haven't mentioned the one fight I'm really looking forward to next month, and that's Ring vs Estrada. Can't wait for that.
We're not going to mention that because that's going to get its own show.
Yeah, that's a hell of a fight, man.
I feel like the spotlight in them smaller divisions is finally picking up. At least at 115, it is, and I'm happy.
That's arguably 2 pound for pound guys right there.
Yes, so I'm actually happy that the division that division is getting some kind of exposure because it's been good for a while, and fans are just now starting to see it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So, but any final thoughts on everything that went down today, or anything that you think might be popping up later on down the future, or any rumors out there, Sibo?
There's not a lot. All the rumors were circulating around this card right here today, and a lot of it, and the vast majority of the rumors, searching through the Associated Press and places like that, had to do with the Jack Stevenson and Alvarez situation. That's what 99% of it is. Now, a couple people here and there held off and didn't go with it. 90% of the media outlets reported it yesterday, and then withdrew their piece and shit like that. We left ours up there. We made a call. And we went off the reports that we'd received, and they were accurate. And then he took enough heat yesterday. I mean, there's all kind of recordings out there from Montreal that back it up where he took enough heat yesterday. And I'm just glad that it got worked out for the fans' sake. Alvarez is still sitting in the fucking cold, and that's where he deserves to fucking be, in my opinion.
Hey, listen, if there's a fighter out there, right, that is not taking on top contenders, it'd be on some bullshit, and I call on their bullshit. I don't expect another grown man to come defend them and shit. Like, that's some fanboy bullshit. So it is what the fuck it is. But yeah, yesterday. Okay, so what? So fucking what? the reports. I'm glad I did what I did because I'm glad we reported it because you never know what could have happened if we didn't. And a lot of people went with it. A lot of people ran with the fucking story, and it happens, man. That's boxing, man. But I don't give a fuck because our track record speaks for itself.
Anytime you're negotiating anything, things fall apart. And Stevenson is a absolute motherfucker to negotiate. Andre Ward said it. Kovalev, everybody said it. When Bernard Hopkins said it, I mean, Bernard Hopkins was actually pretty vocal about it, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not the biggest Stevenson fan, but I give him full credit for this. Like, I really wanted to see this fight, and I'm getting it. So I give him full credit for it.
I do too. I have no problem giving him credit. And he's the one, I ain't going to go saying it, but I mean, he's the one of the very few fighters that I don't like. You know what I mean? So.
And it has nothing to do with boxing. It's just certain things.
Absolutely not.
You know, but it is what it is, man. So,
and there's still some, there's a little bit of chatter circulating as far as we may hear something on Gary Russell Jr. very soon.
Yeah, I heard he's coming. He's coming back soon. Eh?
Claudio Morera is who he's favored to face next. But
is that going to be it? He's
got to. I mean, ain't his year about up? His year's about up, ain't it? He's got to come back.
I think the WB. I think they granted him an exemption, but he has to face the guy this year, so he's actually going to fight twice this year.
Yeah, supposedly.
So they allow him this voluntary before he takes on the mandatory. But so I kind of like that. I mean, it is what it is, man. I want to see Gary Russell more active. I mean, that's all I got to say about him. 2K, you want to touch on that or not?
Yeah, there's a lot of shit that I can say about Gary Russell, man, but I'm not going to say too much. One, because we're about to end the show, and two, because I got my daughter right here. I don't know when the fuck she going to yell and scream. So
that is love right there, man.
You know what I'm saying? But, Gary Russell, he should have been fighting, you know what I'm saying, at least twice a year, because his thing is he wants his get back against Vasily Lomachenko, even saying that he'd go all the way to 130 to fight him, right? Well, you only fighting once a year, and you actually stating that, hey, well, shit, since I'm champion, motherfucker, I ain't got to fight unless, half a fight a year. When you say stupid shit like that, motherfuckers are not going to take you seriously. And if the fans aren't taking you seriously, then why the fuck should Vasily Lomachenko take you seriously, especially after he already beat you, right? So at this point in time, we're hearing, Gary Russell might fight somebody. We don't really give a shit unless we see more consistency. It's the same thing like with our YouTube channels. We can make videos, but if we making one video a month, niggas not going to give a fuck when we drop the next one because we're not consistent enough. Same thing here. So it is what it is, man. He needs to show me some consistency before I give a damn about what the fuck he's doing next.
Hey, man, the Untouchables card got pulled to Seabone?
Yeah. Actually, AC's the one who reported that.
Oh, I want to talk to him, though. Go ahead, Aaron. Tell us about that. What happened, man?
Well, you seen that we broke on 3kingsboxing.com. I think it was last week or the week before that. Actually, Zolani Tete had got a calf injury, so he was unable to make his defense against Omar Narvaez. It actually transpires that Daniel Dubois has been he's not been well. He's not been able to train. So his management team has taken the decision to put him from that fight because he's not ready, which is fair enough. And the other sort of known body on that card was Bradley Skeet. And Bradley Skeet, they were trying to fetch a decent enough opponent for him to fight, and they couldn't come up with anybody. So they took the decision to pull the card. So the card has been rescheduled to, well, I say rescheduled. They are going to put on another card on Box Nation on the 24th of Feb at York Hall in London. There's more detail to be announced. We don't know what those kind of fights are going to be. I think it's going to be a case of his top prospects rather than seeing any of those gentlemen that we've just mentioned on the card at all. So, it's a shame because I was quite looking forward to seeing Zolani Tete. The other fights didn't really carry any weight for me. They had Anthony Yard on the card as well, but he should be fighting guys that are a lot better than the guy they put him in with. Obviously, quite keen to see
Hey,
Dubois too.
Aaron,
yo,
the card's off, so there's no point.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I know. All I wanted to know was why. Like, so you gave me the why. I don't care for the card itself. Like, I didn't. I wanted to see Tete after that 10-second. Was it even 10 seconds? It was like ding.
11.
Yeah, 11 seconds. 11
that was
seconds.
beautiful. That's all I cared about. And once that got pulled, I lost complete.
Well, I did want to see DeBose and Yard. I'm interested in seeing how Daniel DeBose pans out. Also, Yard is getting ready to get a title shot pretty damn soon. And I need to see exactly what the fuck he does wrong so I can measure him up to the guys at 175. And shout out to AC with his interview with the BBB of C champion Frank Buglioni at 175. He was talking a whole lot of shit about Anthony Yard as if he thinks he could fuck with him.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, 2K. Yard, I would say he's still raw. So,
yeah, he sure is. Yeah. You're right about that.
You know what I mean? So I want to see his
athletic, but that's about it.
I want to see his development, but I'm sure they're gonna put him on one of these other cards because it's like the guy that, like Aaron said, the guy that he was gonna fight. It wasn't like it wasn't the step up that you would expect. That since they're kind of gonna push him to be to get a world title shot. Wouldn't you say, Aaron? Like that's the plan.
Yeah, it's got to be. I think he's ranked number 5 by the WBO. So you'd expect that they're going to try and put him into a title or try and work his way into at least a mandatory position. But the problem for him is that the two guys that are sort of in and around him. So you've got Karo Murat and Dominic Vassell. They had a fight slated for the European title. So it's not even like he can go and try and claim the European belt because that belt's busy too. So, but they're going to have to step. They can't just they can't just stick him in there with a couple of lower level fighters and put him with Kovalev because that's not going to go well.
I gotta ask you a question since you interviewed him. Will be only Yard. If that happened,
as 2K say, Frank's a nice guy, but he was talking a lot of stuff about how the fact that it's actually Yard's team that don't want that fight. I can't quite believe that myself. Do you know what? I actually don't think we'll see it. I really don't. I think
did.
If you'd have to go with Yard. I mean, at the moment, Frank's rated with the IBF, Anthony's rated with the WBO. I can't see that fight happening. I mean, I really can't.
All you got to do is watch. All you got to do is watch Buglioni's fight with C-level Jose Burton.
Yeah, I saw that fight.
I saw that live. I saw that as it was happening, and I was looking at Jose Burton. I'm like, man, this dude is whack, but he's beating Buglioni, and then got caught. But the thing is, Buglioni he went as far as to say in Aaron's interview that the matchup with him and Yard is no contest. Like it's no competition. I was like, damn.
I mean, I'll say this right now. I'm not even sure that Frank gets past Callum Johnson because Callum can really fight. I think that I said I interviewed Frank yesterday. He's a really nice guy. I wish him well, but I'm not sure he gets past Callum Johnson. Never mind. Yeah.
Let's be honest. Sometimes you gotta be honest with yourself. But I give him props because he's supposed to talk like that as a fighter.
He's supposed to talk like that. Yep, exactly.
Totally agree.
What it is. Aaron, where can they find this interview? Where can they find you, man? Why don't you let the fans know?
So the interview is on my YouTube channel, which is Eastwick Boxing UK. It's also on Twitter at Eastwick Boxing U. You can find me in Eastwick Boxing. You can find me on here and many of the other shows, as well as my own channel. And I write for Three Kings Boxing, so look out for things like Cooper's Corner segment of Today in Boxing History.
Chris?
Find me at threekingsboxing.com, of course. Also find me on Facebook at Three Kings Boxing, Twitter, Instagram. You can find me at Four Corners Boxing Talk on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. That's at Four Corners Boxing without a G on the end at Twitter and Instagram. And Four Corners Boxing Talk Radio Show on Blog Talk Radio. You can also find me on the y'all's channels, guys. Right here, anything to do with the movement, look for the hashtag The Movement Umbrella, hashtag Three Kings Boxing. I'm in and out of all these channels constantly. Will constantly be. If you're looking for, you better get behind us, man, or get with us now because the ball's rolling. And it's only going to get bigger.
Exactly.
Right. 2K?
Yeah, man. Of course, man. You can find 2K at the most controversial channel on YouTube, Prodigy of Boxing Talk. I'm about to get somebody some bunks today, man. I can't. Oh, it was Alexander Povetkin. He's getting some scar on his ass type of bunks later on today. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and don't miss that video. Catch that. Of course, man. 3kingsboxing.com. My role? People have asked me what my role is there. Besides, they think I write articles. I will say I have not written any articles right now. My role there is I am the web designer for the website, but I will be writing articles pretty soon. I'm also going to be helping the editor-in-chief, Mr. C, on some of the articles, editing as well.
He owns the shit like we do.
Right. But I don't mind playing the background, man. It is what it is. But yeah, you can catch me, of course, on everybody's channel within the movement. I don't really go outside of the movement. It is what it is right now. We're just trying to build this brand. So, yeah, man, if you, like C said, if you haven't gotten with us already, man, you need to get on that train, dog. This is real shit over here.
Shit, true indeed, man. I'm Willie the Kid. This is Eastwick Boxing Talk. You can check me out on Facebook at Eastwick Boxing, at 3kingsboxing.com. I'm everywhere. Colossal Boxing Talk. Shout out to him. Shout out to Two for Facts About Boxing. Shout out to Detective B and all the fellas out there, whether it's Blake, Samuel, whoever else shot, all them guys, man. We appreciate everything y'all do. It is what it is, man. At the end of the day, we do this because we love it. We're not here to hate on anybody. We're not here to argue with anybody. You stay in your lane, we stay in our lane. We do what we do, and you do what you do, man. It's all love. There's enough money for everybody to go around, man. At the end of the day, it is what it is, man. This is Eastwick Boxing Talk, and it's one.